Hey guys, let's talk about balance for a moment. I've been trying to record this video for like 3 days, maybe 4, so I know it's a very needed message. I recorded it the first time and then I thought to myself, I probably better wait, and I'm glad that I did. I had a conversation with the gentleman and it really made me think. It made me think about decisions that I made in my past and how those decisions or that decision that I made set me back emotionally, spiritually, and physically. And the reason that it set me back is because I was seeking help outside of myself when truly all I needed was found within. And a lot of times we discount ourselves. We don't have the faith or the confidence to know that we are stronger than we think. We are more powerful than we know. And that was the message. That's the message for today, that you are more powerful than you know. And why? Because we're not just a bag of bones or flesh. You are also spirit. And a lot of times we discount that higher spiritual side of ourselves, and we only look to and seek to do things in this 3D natural without actually consulting that spiritual side of ourselves. And the balance is balancing the two, because we're not all spiritual, but we're not all flesh either. And so it's finding that middle ground between those two dualities. That is where the magic lies. And it's not just in one person. It's not just in me. It's also in you. And that was the reason that I named my company The Magic Me. And it's not about me per se, but it's about this collective. Because we have the ability to tap into that magic within and cause miracles in our lives. We can create the realities we desire by just tapping into the magic on both sides, the spiritual side and the physical side. Now, how does it really work? Most oftentimes, we get our guidance and our directives from that spiritual side of things. And we create from that spiritual. When you think about thoughts, you can't touch a thought. You can't hold it in your hands, but you still have them, and they are still very, very real. You can't see the words that come out of your mouth. You can't hold them in your hands, but you can definitely feel them, right? Exactly. That's the spiritual side. And oftentimes that spiritual side is where it all begins. You have a thought, you speak some words, and then your body acts out a series of events or things to do in order to bring about the reality of that original thought. You create it. It's just like a thought. I'd love some ice cream. Well, then I could speak it out of my mouth. And then I could go to the store. And when I'm there, that thought that originally came through my mind pops in again because I'm at the place where I can get it, right? That's one way of acting it out or bringing it to pass. But there's another way where you can think a thing. You might not even speak it out of your mouth, but the spirit realm will cause someone else to act it out and bring it to you. And that is when you're vibrating high. You are so tapped into spirit. Spirit is so tapped into you that you don't even have to speak it out of your mouth, but you thought it. The spirit world captured it. They sent that signal to another being that was also tapped in. That being carried out the action, and then it manifests in your life because you, like a magnet, drew it to yourself. And that's how it works. So not every time does everything work that way. It doesn't. But that's when you learn how to flow, when you're flowing with spirit. Because spirit might not tell you to go to the store and to purchase it. They might have you hold back because they know they've already sent that signal to another being that was also tapped in, because we are all one. When you are tapped into spirit or to source, everything tapped in or plugged into that source is one with it and one with one another. And that is how it works. Find the balance. Finding the balance between the supernatural and spiritual, finding the balance between the spiritual and the natural is when the magic happens. That is you learning every aspect of you, learning the spiritual aspect of yourself, that higher self that you can't see with the natural eye, but you can feel it. And also this physical part of yourself that you can see, that you can touch. And so that is the message, is to find that balance. And don't be afraid of it. I know sometimes that spiritual side, because you can't see it, you can't hold it with your hands, your natural hands, it can be a little woo-woo and sometimes a little scary for many who have never tapped into it. But it can also be extremely powerful when you let those fears go and you learn about who you truly are on that spiritual side. And then you pair that with who you are in the 3D natural. It's a recipe for success. So learn to balance. Learn the balance. Learn about who you are on both planes and tap into the magic within you. I'm Gabrielle, loving me and loving you to the pinnacle of our existence.